Hello grade 12s, here is the 2018 final paper for 2-point perspective. A new type of shape that's come out in the 2018 and 2019 paper, where they seem to have some type of a wall with a kitchen or some type of area that's on the inside of the shape. We've got a quarter of a circle here and then a quarter on the other side, so two separate arches that we've got to draw. My feeling is that they're trying to make this aspect a little bit more tougher in the final papers, so this is where the crunch will happen as far as marks are concerned in the paper. Please remember the sort of steps I want to try and follow. First of all, find and label your vanishing point. That's worth 2 marks. Find your center line. Now, as we can see, the stationary point is not in line with where the center line will be. That's not a problem. Heights to the center line. Remember, we take all the heights to our center line, then away to the vanishing points. Then we can take down the lengths and widths to the stationary point, and where they hit the picture plane, take them down. And that I don't mean for all of them, I mean for a specific area. So let's start with finding our vanishing points. For a change, this is a 45-degree angle. So let's go to the stationary point, project the line to hit the picture plane, take that line down. Where it hits the horizon line, we would label our left vanishing point. Do the same process on the right hand side. And label. So there's an aspect that we've completed for our drawing, doing the vanishing points. My next step is the center line. So where that's touching the picture plane, there is my center line. Now, in your reading time, while you've gone through this, maybe make some notes on what you see happening here. I've got this little triangular step on the side. This line, because it's horizontal here, is going to actually be horizontal in your perspective drawing, which is something a bit different. Going around the side here, we've got walls. On the inside here, we've got countertops, I suppose, and drawers. And here we've got what I would call an island, a kitchen island. So if we see this in this view here, this is my island. This part behind it here, that would be the end of the countertops. And the same from this side. So here is the island, and this is part of the countertops here. Here is the wall, the inside of the wall. Here is where my triangular step is. How do you want to approach this is up to you. For me, I feel what I'd like to do is try and get the outside shape first. So do this floor area with the step and get more or less the outline of the walls. What I would probably be doing is finding this edge here of the wall and finding where that point of the wall is. So you're actually going to have 2 points of this arch, and you still need to find 2 more. So at least you've got some points for that area already. So to get started, our process, take the heights to the center line. Here we go, so I'm checking that my step lines up and I've made the height for the center line of my step. Remember, this part is touching the window, so that's why we don't need a false center or anything. I'm going to take the height up of where the arch is. I'm going to take the height up for the top of the arch and the height up for the top of the wall. Now, if you'll remember, I'd like to pick sides, so if that was my blue side, any line that is at 45 going up to the right here must line up going to my right vanishing point. Anything else will be going to my left vanishing point. There I have my lines going to my right vanishing point. We'll do the same to the left vanishing point. I haven't taken them all that long because this edge is not going to be passed if we had to draw a vertical line down there. So that was step 3. Step 4, take the length and width dimensions down to the stationary point. So I'm going to spend a bit of time just dropping the lines that I need to the stationary point. And while I'm doing that, I feel that it's going to save me a little bit of time. I'm not taking them down into my view just yet. I'm just getting them to touch the picture plane. There you can see I've projected the lines that I need to touch the picture plane. Let's look at some of the lines I'm going to see now. So this is the edge of the wall on this side. So I'll be seeing that point going all the way from the bottom to the top of my shape. The next edge I'm going to have is this edge of the arch, and that's going to go up to, from the step up to where the arch starts. So here is my step and there's the arch. The next line is the inside bit, which I'm going to just put in. Here is the edge at the top of this wall opening and the inside edge. Now we still need to find that point, but I'll just put this edge there so long, we'll work that out later. And my step. Now sometimes what's good is just to make a little mark past the edge of the picture plane to know that you've actually used this point now. A sort of checklist. That's the step on this side, the inside edge of the wall, the outside edge of the wall, the inside edge down at the bottom, the outside edge and the right edge of the wall. I'm just going over some of these points now in dark. I've drawn this line in, and what it is, it has turned out that the line isn't horizontal, and the reason that it isn't horizontal is because the stationary point does not line up with that edge. So that was a bit of a change to my theory. Now some of the small ones that we must add in here are these change of direction. So at these corners, we've got to go to the pink side on this edge. So it's got to go to the left vanishing point till where it hits this side here. So there it's going to the left vanishing point. Left vanishing point. Same with this inside edge. So we need to see where those points are. The opposite for this side. So on these points, these would be blue lines, meaning from that edge we need to be going to our right vanishing point. We can now find some of this top wall, and we're going to need to find the inside edge walls. So from our top corner, that line's going across to our left vanishing point, and the opposite side would be doing the opposite, going to the right vanishing point. Now just to find the internal walls, what I would do there is take this to the window. So there's the internal wall. So what I'm going to do is extend that internal wall to hit my window. Do the same on the other side of our shape. And take that to the window. Now use that point to come down and find where that point is on the window. So the process would be taking it to the stationary point, where it hits the stationary point, where it hits the picture plane. I'm going to take it down. I'm going to do it at the top and at the bottom because we'll need it on both sides. Same for the other side of the shape. Let's take this to, here's the window. Here is where my point is. I'm going to make a mark here at the top and on the window. Now let's take these points to the opposite vanishing points. And those would give you the inside walls for where we're going to use these, find these counters. To find this internal stuff here, what I'm going to do is create some false centers. Now when we look at this, the line for the island and the counter on that side line up. So because they do that, I'm going to take a false center across to the side, and I might as well then do the same for this back counter. This edge we've got already. I need to take this down to the height required, so my false center. I need to take this side down as well. Project the heights across to touch there. So there's my false center for this back counter edge, and here is the false center with the heights for the island and this counter edge. I need to take those points now to my vanishing point. Same process for my other vanishing point, false center. Now we can take down our specific corners that we need. Now, just like I've used over here, I'm going to project these lines down to my picture plane in one go, and then project them down as I need them. At the same time, I've used all of these points, so I'm going to actually just erase them so there's going to be no confusion with these other lines here. I'm hoping that with a bit of accuracy, where that point is and I project this line down, should actually hit this edge, because that should be the same corner. I'm pretty happy with that. Here's the second edge. Here is the counter island. So it's falling sort of on the center line here. On the other side, this should also be on the wall. And oh, sorry, that's wrong. Maybe a lot higher. We've now got this edge showing this edge of the counter, sorry, the island. This edge is showing that edge of the counter. Let's just finish off the side, and we can now project points and then get the other edges. With the sides now, this is going to be the counter going back to where it's hitting this edge of the counter. This is the front edge of the counter. Just going over some of these lines now in dark. Now I just need to find where the end of this island is here. There is my point for that island, and it's going to be coming down here. Let's line up this edge. go to the opposite vanishing point here. So I'm just going over these lines in dark now. Then we'll have some inside walls here. Inside of the counter there. And there we've got what the inside of our shape's going to look like. So there's the inside shape. All I need to do now is the arches, which will be in part 2.